Kevin.
All right. Deadman's Tome Podcast, your hosts, Becky, SK, and Mr. Deadman. How's it going?
Oh, Lord.
See, you're first that time.
You put me first?
Yeah, I put you first. I put you first. Ladies first, right?
It's Saturday night and we're on a goddamn podcast. How great can we be?
Well, I mean, you're over there popping pills. You're popping pills with that leg injury you got. You might be in heaven right now, man.
You done said you took them all.
Yep. Like a peasant.
Took them all.
Mm-hmm. It's like a contest at this point, you know? Gotta see how much you could take, you know?
Jesse's going to see how many craft beer he can drink, and you're going to see how many pills you can take.
I am drinking the most delicious beer ever. I'm drinking, it's called Chief Justice Stout by Legal Draft, Arlington, Texas. I like stouts, by the way, but this, it has a sour taste to it.
Stout what?
Like, I actually prefer my beer dark, like imperial stouts.
Oh.
I'm cool with that. But this is not a heavy beer.
He's talking about beer.
Oh yeah, you thought it was something else. No, man. I'm not doing that. Not anymore. But I'll drink all 6 cans of it. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'll drink all 6 cans. I got it. I'll drink it.
Okay.
Because we're talking legal stuff tonight. We're talking legal stuff. That's why I picked it up. Okay. You got a trio of non-lawyers talking about legal stuff. Can we do this?
There's no law against it.
Yeah, I mean, you should be okay, right?
I promise you. You can trust my judgment on that. There's no law against it.
My Lord.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna end up getting sued by Addison or Zoe Ellis, or Addison Kane, I should say. Who are these names I'm throwing out? We'll get into that. Let's run down what the show's gonna be about tonight. You know, kind of a framework, right? So we got the Omegaverse like lawsuit situation that's happening. I know it's not horror related. I did this before when the whole CockyGate thing happened. Talked about, God forbid, romance stuff, erotica, and even had an erotica author on to talk about it, and an attorney on as well, Mark Whipple, who's actually the attorney. The blog will actually be reading later on today. During this stream. So we got Omegaverse.
Oh, okay.
We got the Doom movie trailer. Oh God, it's like, who asked for that? And I think Becky's pulling up some positive news, some positive vibes, because man, I could use it.
We're gonna need them.
We're gonna need it. You know, after, you know, don't need to call it out. You know what I'm talking about after that tragedy. You know what I'm saying? The terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need to get our heads in a positive place. Try to work on, I guess, healing. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna even pretend like this podcast even has that capability, but gotta try to be positive. Try to be positive as much as possible. So,
and you're gonna talk about black holes with lasers.
Black holes with lasers. I like that. Black holes I like, and lasers I like. Wait.
I'm positive this show's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, man.
How's that for being positive?
No.
Oh, that's great. Okay, before we go any further.
Surely not.
Becky, do we have any ads or anything we need to take care of? Any announcements?
No, not tonight.
Okay. Well, I have an ad. Yuck, and I'll go fuck yourself. No, I'm just joking.
Jesse,
I'm joking. Can you imagine? So much for positivity. I'm kidding.
See your doctor about fuck it all. See if it's right for you. Fuck it all.
Okay. Let's go into Omegaverse.
Do we have to?
Yes, but I think I think it helps to kind of explain what the fuck this even is in the first place, because I thought it was a transformer when I first heard it. Omegaverse.
All right, so if you can get me to understand it, then probably everybody else who's listening will be saying like, we get it, move on.
Yep.
So if I can understand it.
All right, so let's explain this guy. It's a genre, okay.
Okay.
Books. Yeah, it's of books. It's
I think it goes beyond books.
And romance.
Yeah.
Erotica.
Romance. Erotica. All right.
It defines stories in which humans are not only categorized by gender, but also by a second dynamic, namely whether they are present as alphas or omegas.
Oh,
was an undetermined number of human being default betas.
Yeah. There's alpha, betas, and omegas. And now I understand that there's something to this. Like when I'm hearing alpha, beta, and omega, I'm like, you mean like a beta male? Like, I mean, because that I can understand. Like beta males exist. I mean, they're like, they're kind of.
They break this down quite a bit.
Okay. Like when just
break it down.
Okay, let's break it down.
It says to be recognized as an Omegaverse, at least some of the vast number of potential characteristics need to be present. These include imprinting.
Well, like a bird, like a duck.
A perfect match of eternal love. The alpha often imprints on his mate.
Wait, how does that exist? That internal love exists? What?
Yeah. It says imprinting. The mythology within Omegaverses often assumes that there are true alpha omega mate pairings, a perfect match of eternal love.
True alpha omega love pairings. Eternal. Wait. Is this faithful eternal love, or is this like, okay, eternal love, but we're gonna have some stuff on the side? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So they're like hopeless romantics that like found each other, and now they're just committed, like they're soulmates.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Even though yesterday they were totally whoring around.
Yeah.
Today.
Right.
It's just them.
Yeah, today they're soulmates. Yeah.
Wow.
Scenting. Pheromones are excessive for alphas and omegas, often displaying their moods and affection.
Scenting. Like you give off like your BO, like your odor, that sort of thing.
Pheromones.
Pheromones, yeah.
Pheromones.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so yeah, pheromones are a real thing.
Yeah.
And humans, however, we don't depend on those as much as other animals. Some animals, the female will give off pheromones, and every male within like 1,000 miles practically comes a running. And it's
like a cat in heat.
Yeah, like that. There's evidence that humans do give off pheromones, but it's really not that pronounced.
Yeah.
In spite of what the perfume sellers try to convince you of.
Right.
There are people who market human pheromones as an aphrodisiac.
They don't work?
Mm-hmm.
They don't work, but they sell them. They make money.
Jesse, have you been taking a bath in pheromones again?
Well, it's like that Axe body spray, right? That's the whole gimmick with the Axe body spray. Like you spray that supposed to have like pheromones to attract the ladies, whatever.
That's what I call my brother's cologne he wears, his horse spray.
Oh,
Or spray.
horse spray. I like that.
Not horror. Whore.
Yeah. Horror.
When
Horror.
Yeah.
We saying the right thing?
Yeah.
WHORE. Whore.
One of my female friends a couple years ago said she was going to send me a case full of Hobie gun.
Oh, that's funny.
Was it Old Spice? I don't know what.
Yeah. If it's not, it should be.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Do the ladies even like Old Spice? I mean, God, I don't know.
Yes, actually, but only like the older ones, I think. I think you have to be. I think you have to be over 45 to have any chance of liking Old Spit.
Yeah. Gotcha. So you definitely want to go Old Spice if you're going to the geriatrics facility.
Yuck.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee. It's just a minimum.
Okay.
Threat.
Okay.
Yuck. Okay.
Okay, so pheromones.
The next thing is omega heat cycles in alpha rut.
Ooh.
The biologic necessity to procreate.
Okay. And also, by the way, what's on the screen right now is part of the
Omegaverse.
Yeah, it's part of the affidavit that was filed. Okay, that's what I have on the screen, and we'll go into other parts of it as well. Yeah. I was just explaining that.
Okay, so these are some of the criteria for the genre.
Yes,
that's what my understanding.
Yes, omega heat cycles and alpha rut.
The next one is mate bonding, a permanent bond between the partners, often because of imprinting and claiming bite.
You get
claiming bite.
Yes,
is that like a horse race? Is that like the race where you can put $2,000 and take a horse home with you?
I
don't know, but if you bite me, I'm gonna smash the shell you.
It's a claiming bite. Isn't that what a vampire does? Isn't that like a vampire thing? I mean,
yeah, I think probably.
So how's that like a Omegaverse? Isn't that copying an idea from vampires? Vampirism. I don't.
Well, the next thing is claiming bite, and it says the alpha marks the omega during mating.
All right.
Well, wolves mark their territory, but not with biting, but through peeing on things.
They piss on each other.
Well, let me explain something else
like
to
R.
you.
Kelly.
If you pee on me, we really gonna have a problem.
Biting, peeing, marking. This is sounding less and less human.
Yeah.
It's sounding less and less attractive. I swear to you.
And it didn't start off really strong either.
SK, you bring up something that's really important. These aren't human, by the way. The book covers show human, but they can these beings shapeshift. They are shifters. They're shifters.
Well,
because you can't have bestiality on Amazon, so you can call them shapeshifters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That makes
as long as you're only part-time animal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
The next one is knotting.
Knotting?
Knotting.
Yes.
Like tying knots.
Uh-huh.
Rope play.
That sounds...
No. Yeah, that's not what it is, though.
Oh.
A sociological condition experienced by the alpha during mating to aid in impregnation.
Wow.
I'm not following that.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, what? So wait.
What gets tied into a knot?
I think it's the.
Well,
penis.
I think I can put it delicately and say I don't have one, and you do.
Oh, so I was right. Okay.
Oh, motorcycles?
No, not that. You use it to stand up to pee.
Use it to stand up to pee? Oh.
Well, don't you usually stand up and pee?
Oh. I thought you said
mean,
use
you
it
all?
to stand up.
Depends how many old chief justices he's had.
Yeah, this is my first one.
Oh my god.
I'm ready for my second.
Wow. The next one is pregnancy.
Wait a minute. They tie his wang in a knot to cause pregnancy? That's
I kind of think it's kind of... Haven't you ever heard the saying, those two dogs are knotted up?
I've never heard that saying before in my life. What?
Are you serious?
No.
It's a southern thing.
It might be a southern... it might be a southern thing, Becky, but I just don't know what it is. Those two dogs are knotted up.
Will they get stuck together?
I ain't got a clue what you're talking about, Becky.
And
I'm not explaining this.
that just gives a whole new visual to the term tying the knot that I'm not finding all that attractive.
I think it involves swelling to where you can't remove the offending apparatus at the moment.
And if it's
kind of like one of those,
offending,
you have to wait for the swelling to go down.
You can't pull out. Oh, man.
Right.
Oh, shit. Man, that sucks.
Jesus.
It's horrible.
Who would want to do that?
It's like your dick is working against you. Oh, my God.
Isn't it always?
Yeah. You're right about that. The last point is, I think, the best point about this all.
Pregnancy. Male and female.
Well, hold on there, Wilbur.
You heard that one right.
I swallowed my gum.
I don't know where that came from.
Damn it,
Haven't you heard? Haven't you got the memo, SK? Dude's gonna have babies now.
I know that's not true because the first male who gets pregnant will be worth like $1 billion instantly.
Huh.
You know that's true.
I want to know
right?
I want to know where he's shooting it out of. So I actually read an article many years ago about the theoretical possibility of male pregnancy, but the thing of it would require an implant somewhere like along the intestinal wall, and would require a cesarean to actually give birth.
Yeah.
No, it's just no.
Like Alien?
Like Alien.
Yeah. Like Alien. But not, you don't wait for the baby to come crawling out, right? You go in and
curious
fetch
about
it.
this now. I'm looking on DeviantArt. Apparently this stuff is real popular and actually started on... I don't know if it started on DeviantArt, but that's where it seems to originate, I think. It kind of goes into birth. It kind of goes into this stuff in more detail. And the reason why we're kind of laying this all out here is because unless you understand what Omegaverse is, what the genre is. Because when we go into what Addison Kane and Zoe Ellis are bashing heads about, I think you'll understand.
Come here.
Well,
I mean, there's nowhere up to go.
Well, there's a few things.
No, there's really not.
You had some questions. You had some questions. Let me see if I can find a quick answer here. Oh, how does pregnancy work? Pregnancy is the same as in the real world. Oh, let me explain something real fast, SK.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Lord.
there's alphas, there's betas, and omegas. Alphas are as you would think, are the most aggressive. They are the largest, they're the strongest. They dominate in bed. They are the males or females pumped up on testosterone. The females would, let's see what. Oh, what the hell?
Oh, God.
Okay. They have
What?
a small chance of getting pregnant at all, but they can impregnate. Where the female clitoris is, once she gets aroused, a retractable penis is there and said, "Shut up. Stop it." Since she has a very small chance of actually conceiving a child, her womb would be smaller, not even there at all. Man, are you okay?
I can't keep track of this shit.
No.
I'm not even gonna try.
No, I'm not trying either. I'll just rest it there. There's alpha, there's betas and omegas. I have enough pretend stuff, fantasy stuff that I like. I don't need to get into a whole other world that's probably gonna fuck me up for the rest of my life. No offense for anyone who's into Omegaverse.
Worse.
It's just probably not my thing. Or I'm scared to find out that maybe it is. I'm moving on. Okay, so what is going on here?
What's the problem here now?
Okay, the problem here is let's pull up the blog. Which one? Right here.
So we have two women fighting about it.
Yeah.
Shock.
The Alpha and Omega verse. So, long story short, because this blog is quite long and it's on the wonderful legal inspiration, Mark Whipple, he explains it all right here. From a lawyer's perspective, okay?
Okay, hold on, wait, just a second.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck does this weirdo, does this particular genre, very complicated genre, end up in legal proceedings in the first place?
Well, good question.
We're so glad you asked.
Because we have the answer. See, kind of similar.
I honestly, I'm not just teeing this up because I really don't know.
Similar to CockyGate.
Oh, we know.
Very similar to CockyGate in a way. Where in CockyGate, where the person got a trademark and tried to use it to take people down. And with this, what it is one particular author and her publisher, Addison Kane, and the publisher Blushing Books Publishing, accused another author, Zoe Ellis, and her publisher, Quill Inc. Books Limited, of plagiarizing and outright infringing on the copyright of her Omegaverse setting romance novels.
Oh, is this part of that whole ghostwriting plagiarism shit?
I don't know about that. I don't know if there's any ghostwriting.
Because very recently there was another case of plagiarism.
We got
kind of like secondhand plagiarism through. So a very sold author had hired. Apparently, didn't write shit her own self. She just hired ghostwriters, and the ghostwriters, she says, plagiarized, and not her.
No, this isn't it. This is not that. That. Yeah, Zoe Ellis.
It's crazy that there'd be two plagiarism scandals going on, like overlapping practically.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's a big world. I mean, it's quite possible that it's happening. Probably more than this, honestly. But Zoe Ellis, from what I understand, writes her stuff. Addison Kane sounds like she writes her stuff. Addison Kane is saying Zoe Ellis stole her material, is copywriting, infringing on her copyright, which is kind of interesting because it doesn't look like she actually has it copyrighted, which is something that this blog shows. Isn't 100% sure, but doesn't seem
so not a formal filed copyright, that kind of thing.
True. Now, but that didn't stop them from filing a DMCA, a Digital Millennial Copyright Act takedown notice, and using that to take down her books on Amazon briefly. But of course, Zoe had to fight to get it back. Zoe had to. Sorry, I still got my sickness from probably reading all this stuff, but Zoe had to fight. Cool Inc. had to fight.
You went into this topic without vaccinations.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn. So she got her books back on Amazon, right? But
Right.
then there was a rather blunt, threatening email. I'm going to highlight it right here when I'm looking at it. That way, you don't know I'm not just making this up. A rather blunt, threatening email, and we could see it here. I think I give Becky the link too. Maybe not. Exhibit 14. This email is from. This is from. Okay, Bethany Burke.
Legal proceedings.
Yeah, Bethany Burke. This is to Zoe Ellis's publisher. I think something like that. I've received your contact information from Barry and iBooks regarding the case. I'm assuming that you are either Zoe Ellis or because you contacted Apple in this matter are authorized to represent her. As you are well aware, ABCD Graphics and Design, a Virginia company, has published the following titles. Do you want to see the cover of these titles? Born to be Bound,
No.
Born to be Broken, Reborn. Man, just Omegaverse erotica. Zoe Ellis, in conjunction with Cool Inks Limited, has published Crave to Conquer, Crave to Capture, Crave to Claim. And they're saying here, we are in consultation with our attorney regarding the matter. We believe that Addison Kane's book's similarities with your titles go beyond what is permissible in writing in the fan world of Omegaverse. We believe that the plot similarities are so many and so striking that your works essentially follow an identical plot with only point of view change. We believe that in court we could persuade a judge. So, in short, this is pretty much a threatening letter to cease and desist without an actual cease and desist.
All right, so
order.
how close are those titles again?
The titles alone are not very close at all. You have Born to be Bound. Okay, so here's Addison's titles. Born to be Bound, Born to be Broken, Reborn. And here's Zoe Ellis's titles. Crave to Conquer, Crave to Capture, Crave to Claim. Zoe Ellis has a lot of CTC going on, like Crave to Conquer. She has like strong language like that. Whereas Addison has like Born to be Bound, a lot of B's. Look at that. They had BTBB, BTBB. I mean, I'm just noticing some weird stuff here. But I haven't read these stories, but some, and neither has as Mr. Whipple. But however, someone has, and he brings that up. Let me get back here real fast.
Well, okay. Before we hear from the attorney, my take on this and my understanding is you can be really similar and not plagiarize.
That's
you
correct.
know, you
Correct.
can. You don't have to be all that different. I mean, if changing a POV, I mean, unless you're stealing exact words, you can't go. It's not plagiarism.
That's something he brings up too, which is that the things in the story that Addison Kane and her publisher bring up are things that are shared in that genre.
Yeah,
there are things that are what they call like a scene affair. Is that I'll get to it. Yeah, scenes affair right here. Scenes affair. Which are pretty much common elements in a certain genre, an Omegaverse. So with Omegaverse, you would expect alpha, betas, and omegas. You would expect the the men to get pregnant. You would expect the
Yeah.
kind of weird stuff going on. You kind of expect that. I know we didn't get too deep into all that stuff, but you kind of expect it. Okay. So if you have a story where you have an alpha that is trying to make love with an omega and is wooing her, and then someone else is writing a story about an alpha trying to make love to an omega and is wooing him, I mean, are they the same? I mean, if they are, then pretty much every...
Well, I mean, how similar are generic rom-coms to begin with, for example?
Or action films, you know? Shit.
Action films, right?
Yeah. I mean, damn.
You know, and there have been several, maybe even many, lawsuits where people say, hey, this very popular book / movie / TV show, you know, these guys stole my idea. And universally, the judges say, you can't copyright an idea.
Yeah, you really can't. You really can't. I mean,
nor a title, really.
No, you can't even copyright a
No,
title.
not a title either.
And as we just showed here, the titles are very different. They're not even close to being similar. Not even by the letter, which I, for some reason, pointed out. You know, it kind of makes sense now. I think the Chief Justice Stout is kicking in. I think that's what that is.
Is Stout what?
God.
Okay. And here he kind of points in. Oh wait, right here. In copyright there is a legal doctrine called scenes affair. Am I saying that right? Is it scenes of yeah, that's scenes affair, whatever. Which translate literally as scenes to do, but by which we mean elements which must be included. So, like, if you're gonna write romance, you're gonna expect the typical like romance tropes. You're gonna expect that.
Well, not only do you expect it, but the fans demand those, or they'll just come apart at the seams.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Try writing an erotica where the love interest is like a
each other at the beginning.
Yeah, like each other at the beginning, or no, some like fat slob who doesn't even work out, eats like double quarter pounders all day.
500 Twinkies.
500 Twinkies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be sold.
I want a Twinkie. Damn it.
Or he lives in a trailer park.
Oh, trailer park. That's good. That's much better than living in a basement in your mama's basement. Oh, look at that. The romance of the incels. You know, that book isn't gonna sell. It might, ironically, though. I mean, I don't know, but it's not a rom. It's not an erotica. Not really. That's more like a comedy. But the point is, you'd be expecting those tropes, those ideas. So,
right.
Now, like I said, I haven't read it. This attorney hasn't read it, but Courtney Malam, who is, I think isn't she pretty high up there for like the romance writers? I'm not exactly sure. I know her name came around during the CockyGate thing. She was pretty much on top of it. She said that
I believe so,
in a tweet here, hey guys, someone did a strict comparison of the two books in question in the Omegaverse thingy. Please don't attack her. This is really valuable work, which took her real time. We should thank you for doing this. So that she goes into comparison, but it doesn't really say much here. It really doesn't. But even the attorney says that which goes into the differences and similarities between the books in question. Miss Angel properly differentiates between common elements in the Omegaverse and what she thinks are the not so common elements. This gets complicated quick, not least because historically Omegaverse fiction was primarily about male-male relationship, and both Miss Kane and Miss Ellis write about male-female relationship. Thus, the applicable scenes affair are arguably a little less well defined when it comes to Omegaverse. So I guess there could be grounds, but it's just kind of similar.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just less common. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, not as common. But here's my take on this. Okay, here we get the attorney's take. Here's my take on this particular question. Reading Miss Angel's well-written blog post. The thing she cites as possibly not yet seen affair in Omegaverse fiction may well not be. I wasn't familiar with Omegaverse prior to about 2 days ago, but they are, in my opinion, as someone who has read and written romance stories, there's a lot you don't know about me, is that they are fairly well-known scenes of fare, or tropes, if you like that better, in romance fiction. Nothing she describes as happening outside of Omegaverse in particulars in either story is something I haven't seen happen in one or more non-Omegaverse romance stories. She claims to see similarities in both books, scenes after scene, beat following beat, with only a few differences between the plot structure. She's read the book and I haven't. I can't and I won't dispute her opinion, but if both books consist of a layer of Omegaverse tropes, handcraftedly laid over a base of romance fiction, scenes of fare, that is exactly what we would expect to see. In neither case would copyright protection extend to those elements of the works. So what's happening here is after getting that letter, right? After getting that letter after Zoe Ellis received that letter, her publisher received the letter from Addison Kane and her publisher. She's the one who filed the lawsuit. She filed a it's a defensive move. She filed what do you call it? It says it here. You might know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What the hell are you talking about?
I gotta pull it up.
She filed a lawsuit?
Yeah, she filed a lawsuit. But she's not she's not filing it saying copyright infringement. She's filing it pretty much saying, look, this person's accusing me of copyright infringement, but I'm not doing it.
Oh, a countersuit.
Yeah. Well, a countersuit.
Kind of a countersuit.
A kind of a countersuit before she actually files a suit.
Oh, okay.
Because Addison Kane hadn't filed a suit yet. So she just sort of like, let's go and take this to court so you get off my ass. There's a
preemptive.
Here it is. Declaratory judgment action. Yeah.
Okay.
Much less well-known type of copyright lawsuit.
She's trying to head it off at the pass.
Yeah. Which I understand.
And do it on her own terms. I think that's pretty smart.
She's tired.
To me, this author is saying, I didn't do this shit that I'm being accused of, and if you're so confident in your accusations, let's let a judge decide.
Yes. Let's let a judge decide after understanding what Omegaverse is and all that.
That poor judge is never going to be the same.
No. There's been some updates with this.
Did you ever read the transcripts from the
CockyGate? Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my God, the judge was just like going out of his mind.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was pretty intense.
It was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. It was good stuff. There was a part where he had to take a break, and I think it was like after they were looking at all the covers, I think he did a quick break. It's like, man, he had to get like a sanity break right there. Damn.
He needed either some whiskey or some Coke, depending on.
Oh my God, these idiots. Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I went to Harvard for this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing on the Twitter thread, on Courtney's thread. People were joking, be like, "Oh, a judge isn't going to understand this. He doesn't understand Omegaverse." She was like, "Well, judges hear all sorts of cases. Probably heard things far worse than this," and that's right. Fair. Probably, yeah. But you bet your ass the judge is going to react.
As part of being qualified for a judge, you have to be able to quickly understand a wide variety of subjects.
Yeah.
You may get Omegaverse one day and nanotechnology the next day.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. And someone in the chat, Kyer Skills asked what's happening. I don't even know where to go back to, really. Omegaverse.
It's a crazy lawsuit
There is-
involving two
Romance right.
publishers and two erotica/romance authors, and it's ridiculous.
One's saying the other copied her, and the other person saying no, I didn't, and got tired of saying no, I didn't. So she filed what would be a countersuit to the other person's suit, but
but she got there first.
She got there first. Let me repeat that phrase.
So
this is cool. Declaratory judgment action.
Right. So what this is rather than countersuing or suing for defamation or anything like that, all she's trying to do is say, what I'm being accused of, I didn't do.
Yeah.
So let's take this out back behind the ball field after school.
Yeah, in a very expensive way. Yeah.
First and foremost, I would say, in my opinion, and I know nothing, them sending that letter, the cease and desist letter,
it wasn't even a cease and desist.
Stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't even a cease and desist.
Well, no, not really, but it was it was a demand.
Yeah.
Letter.
It was a threat. Yeah.
And that was stupid. They should never have done that.
And that's one thing that Mark Whipple points out. That he was asking, where was their counsel during this? Because who would do that?
Right.
Well,
when I read that letter, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you serious? I mean, that's not something that they should have done anyway. If a letter like that needed to go out, it should have come from an attorney. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You let your attorneys handle that. That's what they get paid for.
Like right. during CockyGate, I swear to God, their lawyer must have had add on, what the fuck did you do now fees?
Yeah. You gotta consult.
How can you be so stupid? $500.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I kept reading that and I was like, oh my God. That is just, I mean, you just don't, there's just, in this blog article, it goes through and it gives like 6 or 7, 8, 9 points of, what they see and what should have and shouldn't have happened. And I mean, they broke it down really well.
In the blog article, you talk about, right, oh yeah, okay, I see what you're talking about. In this one where he had, we're going to do them in order because the last one is easiest to discuss. Okay, so where he has the actual points. All right, first you have declaratory relief, then malicious interference with a contract, copyright misuse, misrepresentation of copyright claims under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Man, that's a mouthful. Tortious interference with prospects and existing business relationships. Defamation.
That's a mouthful too. Defamation. Now I like that one. Man, it looks like to me that there was quite a case for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I could see.
Ooh,
where
false light. Let me go back to false light.
I've never seen false light. What is that? See definition above. Same sort of thing with some different parameters. And not really within the scope of this discussion. So I guess he brings it up, but it's, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Defamation. It's related to defamation.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious. I hadn't seen that term before.
Like gaslighting?
I wanted to see what it was. But it's like defamation. Okay.
Yes. Negligence.
Negligence
generally is failing to act with reasonable care and causing damage to another person or entity. If you act negligently, you are usually liable for the damages you cause.
Yep.
Usually. If you're drunk on the job. You know?
If you don't listen to your lawyer and you send out a bogus cease and desist letter,
Yeah. Yep.
you could be liable for damages.
Negligent.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just might be negligent. And negligent is not a Southern piece of lingerie.
Negligent. Wow, you might be negligent there. And then we got
that is pronounced lingerie. Lingerie.
Lingerie.
Lingerie.
Let's see who can read the next.
My wife was wearing her negligent last night.
Let's see who can read the. Let's read the next paragraph in the most southern voice possible. Yet again, not licensed Oklahoma, not familiar with their negligence laws. I mean, is that good, or do you need more draw? I mean, what's going on here?
That's pretty good.
You need more draw.
I don't know how to do what. This is a ways removed from our general topic of copyright infringement and the DMCA. Generally speaking, though, I don't see this having much chance of success. If Blushing Books knew what they were saying was false, then they are probably liable for it on one or more theories. But if they did, then they don't know.
Dog,
I would
you're
agree.
making me cry.
Then I would agree they acted all that unreasonably. Especially if they didn't, in fact, act with advice of counsel. Always get advice from counsel. It's so weird how I'm like, this is the first time I read the paragraph and I just went, trying too hard. Man, Tony, I'm going to try even harder. I'm going to try even harder. I'm going to get it right.
Oh my God, please don't.
There you go.
I need
No,
more.
that was more hillbilly than southern.
Oh,
that
sorry.
burp. I mean.
Oh, the burp. Okay, I need another Justice Stout teabag beer in my. Okay.
Teabag beer.
This beer is not good. It's very soury.
Well,
Let me
stop drinking it.
Yes. It's related to the
still,
stream.
It tastes like sweaty gym socks.
Kinda. I mean,
Ew.
not really.
Like the justice been under his robes too long.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You know what? That might be how this stuff is brewed.
Oh, my God. Ew.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I got a bad batch. Maybe it's normally better than this, you know?
Sure, right. That happens all the time.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Now, there's been some updates with this case, though. There's been an update with it.
Of course there are.
Really?
Yeah. Where is it?
The judge died laughing and we have to have a new judge?
No, not yet. There was an issue, and the case might be dismissed due to jurisdiction.
Are you serious?
Well, that could happen if you file it in the wrong place. It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't mean.
And actually, it happens a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that
By
the
the
judge
way.
made a decision on it. It's just dismissed. Like that's.
The judge is just going, this is not my, I have no authority over this case, is basically what the judge is saying.
It looks like the.
So they'll just take it and file it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's usually what they'll do is they'll say, this belongs in New York or federal or local or somewhere else or dog court.
Mars.
Yeah.
Mars.
Mars.
Or Uranus, you know.
So
All right.
is this normally what goes on in the romance world? Is just one
Lawsuits?
legal cat fight after another?
I think so, man. Can you imagine this in the horror community? If we're like, we get death threats. We get trolls that like pretend to be other authors and submit child porn to other publishers. We get what else do we get? Oh, we get sent hijabs in the mail. You know. You know. We get trolls.
People come on your podcast and talk.
Yeah, we get.
And don't leave.
We get people that I would think would be hostile to me call me up on my phone, on my personal cell, out of the blue while I'm watching The Raid 2. Great movie, by the way. Have you seen that, SK? Have you ever seen
Raid 2?
Yeah, The Raid. It's called, I think, The Raid Redemption. Like, it might be.
It's not about bug spray?
Nah. This might be one of the best action films I've seen in a long time. It is nothing but intense action scenes one after the The story is, there is no real story. I mean, there is one, but it doesn't matter though. It doesn't. It's one of those movies where like, dude, okay. Did you ever see the latest Dread movie? I mean, you probably didn't. Did he?
No, I don't think so.
But that was pretty much a carbon copy of The Raid Redemption. Once again, same premise, just intense action over and over again. I forgot why.
And there wasn't a lawsuit?
No lawsuit, no lawsuit related. Whatever. Oh, because I was watching Raid Redemption when the Italian Boomhauer called me out of the blue. That's why I brought that up. I was watching a movie, and the Italian Boomhauer called me, and I was like, "What?"
When you told me that he called you, I thought you were kidding.
He called me. He found my phone number and he called me.
Oh, this is not even a new movie.
No,
because it was on your.
It was
Facebook
on
profile.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
on your profile.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah. Yeah. So we get that in the horror community. We get death threats, trolls calling us, hijabs in the mail, but lawsuits, no. I think horror authors are too poor for. I don't know if they can afford an attorney. But romance authors, on the other hand, they could. Apparently, they can. Which shows we need to write
horror erotica.
We need to write. Would horror erotica sell, or do we need to be writing some Omegaverse? I want to write some Omegaverse.
No, we are not writing Omegaverse.
I could do it. I could write about a male pregnancy.
Have a horror Omegaverse.
Oh shit.
That would be our next anthology. Omegaverse horror.
I don't know if I can commit to that. I don't know.
No, you cannot.
It's like a Jason and Michael Myers love story.
Ew.
Which one would be the alpha? Who would be the omega?
Whichever one can bite.
Well, it's not Jason. He's wearing a mask.
Yeah, that's a whole new meaning of, wow, he really made an impression on me.
Yeah. Oh God. That and
it's right here.
I think with being in the lake for all that time, he might have a problem with the nodding part. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Permanent shrinkage? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Man. Well, so in that case, Michael Myers is the alpha. Look at that. Wow.
But here's.
Yeah.
Damn it, Wes.
I don't know where we go from here at this point.
So there's this case. There is this other case of alleged plagiarism going on. Last year there was CockyGate, and in all 6 people involved in this, minimum of 6 people. It's all women. Everybody involved in all of these cases are all female. And I'm. It's just an observation, and I'm not drawing a conclusion.
But I like the observation.
It's interesting.
I like that you are pointing out the observation, though. We can let the audience draw the conclusion for themselves. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
That's the fact, and what it means is for somebody else to conclude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the guys aren't suing each other.
They really well. There are some cases that I'm aware of where guys sued each other for some stupid stuff, of course. Being made fun of
in
hurt
publishing?
feelings. Oh no, actually, no.
This
but
is more of a
in the world of
a
podcasting.
cat
In the world
fight
of
than
podcasting.
anything.
Yeah, this is a cat fight, a cat legal fight.
I mean,
so what I'm looking at here is Mark Whipple's reaction to the possible dismissal of this case. The first issue, like I mentioned earlier, is jurisdiction. Oklahoma is where Miss Ellis' publisher draft is located, and where some of the DMCA notices, etc., were sent. Since Ellis Quill Inc. are located in the United Kingdom, they had to pick a U.S. jurisdiction to file their suit. They selected the Western District of Oklahoma because one assumes that's where their associated party and interest is. Miss Kane, identified in the document by her legal name, which is not Kane, asked to be dismissed because she lives and works in Virginia. So it's probably going to be dismissed, and they'll just have to refile in Oklahoma. Okay.
okay, wait a minute. Did we point out the fact that, they're screaming copyright infringement and whatever, and 2 of the books are not even copyrighted?
Well, you have there is an implied copyright attached to every book that gets published. So whether you file a copyright with the Copyright Patent Office or not, you have a certain amount, not the same amount, but you still have some copyright protection.
Mm.
Well, he kind of covered that in here.
What does he say?
He said it was a copyright misuse.
Oh. I mean, I could see how an attorney could fight that. Because
this is interesting.
You didn't file
Saying
it, so you
allegedly misquoting her own books to make the similarities seem greater than they are. That's oopsies.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, you might have exaggerated a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, judge is just going to take her word for it, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, the judge...
He's not going to actually look at original texts or anything. Because judges aren't real big on research.
Right.
I mean, if it hits Discovery, And that's the thing that happened with CockyGate. I don't think CockyGate made it to Discovery. Didn't they settle or something happened behind the scenes?
Something happened beyond the scenes.
Because...
Yeah, she bailed out.
Okay.
For sure. Before it went to trial.
I remember one of the last few things in the no, what I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for?
Hearing.
Yeah, in the hearing, was that he was like, you talk about, Discovery, and then if we go on further, that are you prepared for that? He was pretty much telling the other attorney too, are you ready for this? Because we'll go into it. I mean, it doesn't look like you have much to stand on, but if you want to go into it, we'll go into it.
Right.
And they did not. So, Discovery's fun. Let's see, what else? What else is going on here? Let's see.
It's just insane. I mean, the whole thing is insane. In my opinion. They just wanted to cause a stir and a stink and a look at me, buy my books, and oh my God. And
that worked so well for Felicia.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's really a model to emulate.
Right.
Oh, actually, it did for a few minutes. Her sales actually did go up for a little bit. But, oh my God, what a disaster, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kind of professional suicide to go down this path.
Well,
I would have thought so too, but
and in Miss Kane's case, like she actually, I don't have the tweets or anything to show for it, but it sounds like her fans kind of, went after Zoe Alice's books, maybe
she
bombed them.
Supposedly,
they
were told to.
Great.
I read a lot more of this than I wanted to.
What do you read? I'm curious now.
The thing is that you'll have so as fans, in fandom in general, you have your hardcore nucleus, which is really a small percentage. And this is about any fandom. And then the more people, it's kind of like neutrons and protons around a nucleus, right? Where the farther away you get, you can have more of them. Until you get way out there where you have the people who are just kind of, nah, I'll take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Right. But and the more stink that you make like this, you start shedding those fans from the outside in until eventually you start losing even your hardcore fans. And I think that's what Felicia experienced. She had her supporters for a long time, and I think eventually they even walked away.
Well, this says right here, it says Kane allegedly set some of her fans after Ellis, including inciting them to post bad reviews for Ellis's books.
Oh yeah, that's low.
She also filed Digital Millennium Copyright Act takedown notices against some of the books, allegedly including one that hadn't even been published.
It hadn't even been published yet. What? Okay, right now I'm on Goodreads. I'm just looking at a list of Omegaverse male-female romance, right? Of course, Addison Kane's #1. You have Born to be Bound, Reborn, Crave to Conquer, Born to be Broken. Then you get Nora Ash. I'm surprised Nora Ash isn't being sued. Then you got Zoe Alice, Crave to Capture. I mean, they're all very similar looking. I mean, to me, it's like you all just.
How could they not be if they have to follow a certain guideline?
A whole fucking Bible full of rules to follow.
Yeah. You get, like, look at these covers. They're about the same. You get some muscle dude who has, like, this, like, okay. Yeah, I get it. You're, like, some muscle dude. And then you compare that to another cover. I can't even speak right now. Cover. And it's like, cover?
What's the matter, Jesse? Judge got your tongue?
I think so.
You've been hanging out with me too much.
Yeah. You get just...
It was the Jesse word tonight, SK.
Yeah, it is. You get these naked, like, beef hunks, beefcakes, with these tats, and they're all the same. Same covers. I mean...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a... It's a visual cue to the fans.
This is like the first female I've seen so far. What's going on here in Nora Ash's book? Wait, is that even female? I'm just hoping it is at this point.
You're probably just hoping.
Yeah, well, if she's a wolf, we'll see. Yeah, she looks feminine, kind of. I would hope. I think.
I would hope he says.
Yeah. Over that lingerie.
It's his shirt.
Oh, it's his shirt. Oh, that makes sense.
Which by the way is terribly awful sexy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, when a chick wears your shirt, that's hot.
Yeah.
It's even hotter if you know her and she didn't just steal it out of your closet.
And she's not a shapeshifter that's
Right.
gonna imprint on you and become knotted.
No knotting here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that what goes on at Notting Hill?
Oh.
Oh man. Yeah. So
all these fans went to see that movie thinking it was something else.
There's subtext to it. The subtext is, well, Omegaverse.
Right. They kept waiting for Hugh Grant to shift.
By the way,
He didn't. He was still a weenie.
this Omegaverse stuff, while it's new to us and weird to us, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's quite so out there. I want to say we're popular, but I'm afraid to say it. Okay, do you recall that on the other channel we had, I was reacting to that BTS group, that Korean, the South Korean boy band,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you search Omegaverse, and they come up. Like, that band, that boy band comes up in that shit. Like, they have a whole fandom of that shit. So I'm like, oh my god. Small
why
world.
aren't they listening to us right now?
I know, right? And then listen, and then I don't know. Maybe we're being too mean about it. Maybe we're not embracing it. I don't know.
I'm afraid of. No, I just there's nothing. I got nothing to this.
I got nothing either.
Ladies, come on, ladies, really, just solve your shit in private.
Because you bring it to court. It's expensive. First, it's expensive, and
it's risky. Look, anytime you go to court, it doesn't matter how solid you think your case is. Anytime you go to court, it's a risk. Anything can happen.
But here's what I wonder too, SK. Like, what sort of money are they making off their books? Because they're sold at like 99 cents sometimes. I mean, a lot of times they're like cheap. Are they being bought in droves? Like, if so, then we are really in the wrong.
There's this whole group on Facebook dedicated. Well, a couple of them dedicated to book marketing. And let me tell you, if you do the right things, some of these people are making 5 to 6 figures a month.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to study Omegaverse, and I'm going to write. My next short story is going to be a short Omegaverse story. It's going to be under a pen name, of course, but it's happening.
No.
My pen name will be, I got to come up
Omega Horror.
Dick Whipple.
Do a crossover.
Dick Whipple. I like that.
Dick Ripple.
Dick Ripple. Even better.
Yeah.
I like that. Very cool.
Dick Nottingham. There you go.
Oh, Nottingham. Just Nottingham.
Yeah.
Not even the first name. Just Nottingham.
Yeah.
D Nottingham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Daddy Nottingham.
What's really interesting though, Jesse, is this is really a chance for you to come out as the bi guy that you really are.
Oh my God.
Oh God. I mean, no.
You're not ready for that yet?
I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay.
I mean,
it's an opportunity. I'm just saying.
It would
you don't have to take it.
It would open us up for so much jokes. You think of all the jokes we can get away with? You could say all sorts of crazy stuff because I'll be like, as a bi guy, I'm okay with that. Shit.
I don't think that you could sell that though.
Me being bi? No.
What?
Yeah.
No.
He's chugging a judge right now.
Chugging a judge is stout. I chugged like 3 of them already.
Oh my Lord.
About to crack them in the 4th one.
Are y'all about ready for some good news now?
Actually,
That wasn't the good news.
before we go into the good news,
Oh.
I have to
Yeah.
roast something real fast again. The Doom movie trailer, Doom Annihilation. First off,
Doom, the video game Doom, right?
yeah, Doom, Doom, not Dune. I mean, whether or not the Dune. I mean, do you think Dune needs a new movie?
No.
No.
But and no
That
one.
was a quick discussion.
Yeah, no one asked for a Doom movie either. No one asked for a Doom movie, but yet here we go. We have Doom Annihilation, and it's like, first off, it's a straight to DVD movie from what I'm hearing. So why even bother have a trailer for it? Like, what are you doing? Who cares?
You know, that's just what they do.
You
make a movie, you make a trailer.
Yep. It's going to be a straight to DVD, straight to digital download because no one wants it, no one likes it. Which is sad because it doesn't have to be the case. If you're going to make a movie based on a video game, why don't you just make it like the game? That's all you have to do. Make it like the game. It's
Just
not
record the game.
Kind of. And believe it or not, as crazy
So
as it
you
sounds,
make movies every time you play Game and Chill.
think about
So
it.
you can add movie producer to your title.
And you know what? I probably could, Becky. I probably could. Because, like as producers and directors be like, well, no one would watch a movie of just like an hour, 2 hours of space demons getting their heads blown off. I'd be like, you don't know fucking gamers then. The people who play Doom, they would love that shit. If they had 2 hours of imps and zombies and hell demons and cyber demons and whatever being shot up and mutilated with a chainsaw with some heavy metal, some like Metallica playing in the background, dude, that's it. That's all you need. You don't need a storyline. You just need Space Marine is shipped off to a Mars base for as a way to reinforce. I don't know. He's just shipped there on a mission. He gets there. All the other Space Marines are dead. No one's coming back to pick him up. So he needs to survive and get out of there. That's it. There you go. You have it.
And you know what? You could do it all through programming. 100%.
You could.
You take their APIs and you program out the entire game. Boom.
Yep.
And people will watch somebody play a game for a couple hours. Patty and I watched you play a game for a couple hours.
Yeah. Boy.
That's not really an endorsement after all.
Shut up, SK.
But boy, did that conversation get raunchy after... Man, dude, I was like, oh man, I have to
I heard my name came up too.
Oh well,
it did. Jesse said something about you.
Yeah, I mean, your ears are probably burning. I was like, man, that SK is so drunk all the time.
That is not what you said.
I said SK reminds me of like an older version. A grumpier? Did I say grumpier? I must have slipped out.
Yes.
A grumpier, older version of myself.
It must have slipped out.
Like, I don't know how old you are. You don't have to tell me. I don't care. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to a lot of issues, social issues, and, I mean, we haven't really delved into politics much. That's not really what the show's about. But, I don't know. I just get this reading that we aren't all that different too much.
I need to go see my therapist some more if that's the case.
Oh God!
I know, right? You might have found your son, is what I'm saying. Shit.
Oh my God!
I'm just fucking with you. But
Uncle Grandpa. No.
You didn't have any relatives in like Wyoming, right?
Uh-oh.
Because there was this one girl way back. I don't know what her name was.
Oh, sorry. Here's the other thing about this Doom movie, real fast. Okay. So you base a video game, or base a movie off a video game, right? The video game has the male character is Doom Guy. He's a male guy. He's the dude. His name is Doom Guy. He's a space marine. That's it.
his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you change it up where the main character of this movie is, and I don't want to be misogynist or sexist or chauvinistic or whatever.
Yes, you do.
It's the main character.
The main character, not only did it change to a woman, which is not necessarily the problem, but it changed to a petite, could be, I don't know, bulimic, could be, I don't know, maybe she has anorexia, I don't know. She's very petite.
Knightley?
Almost, dude, like, very petite.
Wow.
Maybe weighs 90 pounds, and she's holding...
So she weighs less than her gear.
Yeah. Dude, she's swallowed in her gear, and she's not even wearing the right gear. I mean, if I did a video earlier today where I compared the trailer to the actual Doom game, the recent one, to the trailer to this stupid movie, and I was like, it's like they didn't even know what they were doing. It's like all you had to do was make a movie-linked version of the game. It's not the reason why game movies suck. The reason why they fail, and the reason why they get attacked by the fan base is because they're trying.
Because they take the title and one or two elements of the game, and they go off in their own direction.
180.
Yeah. They try to appeal to the movie audience. I'm like, you're playing to the wrong audience. You really are, because at that point you're going to get attacked by the fans of the game, and then you're going to call them sexist, you're going to call them all these things, and then you're fanning the flames. Nothing good comes from that. It's all bad. No. Exactly what happened here. But of course, it's a direct-to-DVD, digital download, so no one really cares, and it's a Doom movie, so, you know. But it could have been good.
Yeah.
It could have been good.
You know,
it's doomed.
It's doomed.
It's doomed from the start.
Yeah.
You know, and how much did they put into this, right?
You know what? I don't know what the budget.
Way too much.
Oh, that's... Wait, you know the budget? Because I didn't look that up. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Doom Annihilation budget. That's interesting.
No, I don't know.
Good thing about Google is everything is right there just about. What? It scored 19% of Rotten Tomatoes, grossed only $56 million at the box office.
So it was released.
No. Has it already been released? No, it hasn't been released. First Doom Annihilation trailer introduces... it's just picking up keywords from some other article. And then it's putting... Sorry, hold on. It's not... It's what is that? What is that I'm looking at? It's on the screen right here. Everyone can see it. First Doom Annihilation trailer introduces new trip through hell. It's not even hell. It's fucking Mars. But whatever. I'm like nitpicking. And I know gamers have... I know Hollywood portrays gamers as being like these nitpicking assholes that can never be satisfied. But it's very easy. Just make... Literally, it's this. Just turn what is the video game into a movie. And then you might be asking, well, who's going to watch an hour or 2 hours of just a first-person shooter or shooting things? Hardcore Henry.
The people who spend all night playing the fucking game. That's exactly what they do. They sit there watching the goddamn game.
Yeah, they would love that.
That's it. That's all they do.
And have you ever seen Hardcore Henry?
No.
It's an action film. Shot, and POV. Shot in first person.
Oh! I started to watch that. I watched a couple of minutes of that.
It's hard to get... Well, it can be hard. It can be good. It depends on what mood you are in. I was drinking a lot of beer at the time, so I was like, fuck yeah. But then watching it again, I was like, man, this is really just... Like, I'm watching a video game being played. I want to play this game. But, you know... But that's the audience. That's the Doom movie.
Right.
There you go. Easy. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah, it says straight to DVD sequel.
Yeah, it's going to be straight to DVD sequel. I was looking for the budget, but didn't find it. Anyway.
Well, my point being is, straight to DVD is, for some movies, that's a real win, right? If you're a small-time independent filmmaker, yay, I got to go straight to DVD, and fucking Netflix is going to show it. That's a big win, right? And I don't mean that in a demeaning way at all, because I had aspirations my own self, and I've made short films, and it's a fucking brutal business, and filmmaking itself is physically and mentally exhausting, and it's also wildly fun.
I can imagine,
but,
man.
trying to stand out from the crowd is hard. Trying to get a deal is awful.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get into a festival, if you can get shown anywhere, if you can get anybody to fucking watch your damn movie, you're thrilled about that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a franchise title already, and I use the franchise in the game sense, right?
Yeah.
You've got a built-in fucking audience. That's not a big win.
Yeah, makes sense. I get you there. Okay. Yeah. So what about some positive news? I know I kind of vented right there. Got my frustrations out a little bit. Becky, you still there?
Yep.
All right.
I was reading.
Oh, you're
My knee feels
Okay, sorry.
My knee feels better.
Well,
Yay!
how much of the oxy have you popped? I mean,
I don't even know, man.
oh man.
Yeah, well, this is what's weird about this, right? Is that I probably I tore some shit in my knee on Wednesday afternoon, and that was so much easier to deal with than a kidney stone.
Different orifice.
And none in the case of the knee.
Right. That was my point.
It's something I've noticed over the years is that different kinds of pain are easier to deal with than others. Like a migraine, it just for anybody, it just is devastating, right?
Fuck migraines.
And
man.
right, a migraine or a sinus headache, anything in the head is just like debilitating, But broken foot, nah, that's all right. That's cool. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But you have that migraine, that pounding. It's like I can't stand anything, even as something as innocent and sweet as like my son asking me for something or being like, "Dad, I made this for you. It's a Lego house," and my head is pounding. I'm like, "Son, right now your voice sounds like it's a 10. Can you bring it back down to a 5 for me? Dad had too much to drink that night." It's like, it's just pounding. It's pounding. Yeah. Of course, that's self-induced.
Yeah.
From drinking too much.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
Yeah.
That's your own fault. What's surprising to me, though, is how quickly the pain has subsided over just a few days. And I'm really happy about that. It's still, my knee's totally fucked up still. But, I can walk around with the brace on. And one of these days I'll get it all fixed. But it's good to not be, in agony. It's a general, take that little pearl of wisdom. Don't be in agony.
Don't be in agony, kids.
Yeah.
Don't be in agony.
Avoid that.
It's good. It's good. I like that.
What you got, Becky?
What you got?
Well, I have two things. The first one is, shut up. Students surprise classmate with random acts of kindness. High school can be a tough time, but a little kindness goes a long way. That's clear from this heartwarming video of one ninth grader in Tennessee whose day was instantly changed thanks to a simple act of kindness by his classmates. The 15-year-old goes to high school, and his classmates noticed that he wasn't his usual cheerful self. The high school he went to previously, he had been bullied at, and that's why he changed schools. So the kids banded together to cheer him up. His biology teacher said that he goes out of his way to regularly help others. If they don't understand something, he's the first one to help. If anything's dropped in the classroom, he's the first one to pick it up. If a student is down, he's the first one to say, everything is going to be okay. With the students' help, the teacher, and the students collected a brand new pair of sneakers, new clothes, and a little bit of money to give their friend. They hid their surprise in the classroom supply closet before giving it to him. They just wanted to give to him to make him feel better about himself. They took a video of it, and it's been shared on social media.
Oh, that's nice.
The mother called the school after they got home. She said her son got in the car and that he just broke down in bawling. And she said she was so worried because he had been bullied at his former school. And instead, he explained how his classmates had come together to brighten his day.
Aww.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. You know, you don't, you go through life and you just going about doing your thing, and a lot of really good people go, do small little nice things, and they never have any idea if anybody even notices.
Right.
Much, right?
But people notice.
People notice. Some people notice, I should say.
The right
and
thing to do, yeah.
And it's great when those, when good people get acknowledged like that.
Yeah, I agree.
That is good. That is good. Nice change of pace,
Yeah.
Got another one. This one will blow your socks off.
Okay.
They're already off.
Mine are on, so we'll see what happens.
Well, this will blow Jesse's socks off. This will blow your skirt up, SK. Lottery winner receives.
Oh, are you wearing the red skirt I got you? I sent you a red skirt. You wearing that one?
No, I just can't wear pleats.
Oh, well, fine.
Are you wearing underwear? No, I'm just kidding. Lottery winner grateful after Good Samaritan returns $273 million winning lottery ticket.
Okay, he did not know it was the winning lottery ticket.
He did.
No way.
He did.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a pair of $2 lottery tickets.
Did he get a cut of it?
No. And the guy left them on the counter, and the clerk checked them and saw that one of them was a winner. And so this guy was a regular. And so he put them in the safe. And when the guy came back, he gave them to him.
That is beautiful.
That's
great.
If you don't have people in your life who would do that, you need to get a whole new circle. And right. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about anybody.
Right.
If you do not know somebody in your life who would do something exactly like that without any expectation, you're running in the wrong circles.
They look at me crazy when I have gone back in like a store and said, hey, y'all gave me too much change.
Right.
And I give them back the money, and they're looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you don't get it. Her till will come up short. She'll be in trouble. This is not my money,
Yeah.
If you all
I don't even look at my change anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I always do. My mom and dad were
I
both
just kinda-
teachers, math teachers. So,
I just kind of eyeball it when they're handing it over and go, yeah, guess that's right.
Mhm.
yeah. But I mean, I've been somewhere when like I was at Kmart one time and I gave the girl $20 and she gave me back change for the 20 and the 20.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa.
And
whoops.
I walked out the exit door, back in the front door, and over to the service desk and said, "Hey, when she went and made, she gave me change from my purchase. She gave me $20 too much. Her drawer is going to be $20 short."
Yeah, that's not just $1 either. That's substantial.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have done it with $1. I mean, it's
No, I
not
mean-
mine.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I
That's
know
good of
that
you,
some.
Becky. That's good of you.
That's really good. It would have been a significant shortfall, and they would have taken it out of the paycheck. Sure.
Mhm.
They would have fired her.
Yeah. You did the
Yeah.
right thing, Becky. You did. That's good of you.
Huh.
You did the right thing. It's good. It's good to know that positivity does happen. I know we live in a world where someone can do some horrible things, and I'm not talking about a lawsuit, a crazy lawsuit. That's one thing. That's stupid.
When I rob banks, I like to tip the security guards on the way out because they're doing their job and they're
Yeah.
working hard. It's not their fault.
Mhm.
Yeah, it also makes them look incredibly guilty.
Mhm.
Turd.
Thanks,
Prom-
Jerry.
I promise you'll get a cut of this. We'll split it. Come on. You be Mr. Orange or Mr. Red. Whatever you want to be, kind
Yeah,
of like,
right.
yeah, like Reservoir Dogs. You know? I'm
Want to be
Mr.
Mr. Azul.
I'm Mr. Pink.
You're Mr. Pink.
Yeah, Mr. Pink.
I'm not even going to touch that one.
I'm Mr. Pink. Pink is a manly color, man.
You're
Don't
gonna
touch
be
it.
really pink when that wax gets on your butt.
Hey. Which my wife still needs to do.
Yes, she does. And if you think that we are going to forget about that, you are really wrong.
You have not been paying attention. If you think
Because-
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Because we are close to 1,000 actually.
It doesn't matter. You're doing it. 1,000, you get something else.
Yeah. Probably get a kick in the nuts. Oh, that's right. 24-hour
No.
stream. That. Man. Okay. But I definitely enjoyed the positive news. I know we joked around with Omegagate. I hope that stuff gets settled. I mean, I really hope that
I do too.
Addison stops tearing down Zoe Ellis. If Zoe Ellis writes very similar to you, I don't know, man.
Take it as a compliment. Keep on going.
So what? So what?
I mean,
So they're similar. So what? Jesus, are you girls still in junior high school? For fuck's sakes, stop acting 14. For God's sakes, nobody likes it when women do this shit.
no one does. I mean, could you imagine?
Nobody likes it.
Can you imagine if?
listen.
Okay, go ahead.
I have had private conversations with a lot of women over the years, and almost every one of them has volunteered the following information. They say, "I hate working with women."
Yeah. Yep, that's usually
Women
what's
tell
shared.
me this. They tell me this. I hate working with other women. Because
Well, I
women
can-
are shitty to each other.
They are.
I worked in an office with 13 women in it, and I can tell you now, there is no way in hell I would ever do that again.
Oh man.
Ever.
Who was the alpha?
Well, I like the. I mean, you could have just put my computer on the floor under the desk, and I'd have just stayed there.
So you're the beta.
Omega.
No, I just was the
You might be the
brainiac
Omega.
that stayed the hell out of it.
No, there's only 3. There's 3. There's 3 categories. There's no fourth whatever. There's alpha.
It's not
beta,
a ranking system.
Omega. It's just you
Well, I'm not sure what you call it, but I was smart enough to stay the hell out of it because they cussed each other and they would throw shit back and forth at each other, and I'm telling you, it was ugly. I was like, can y'all put my desk in the downstairs bathroom?
Or maybe you are an Omega. Maybe you are the Omega. And all the other chicks were like betas and alphas, and they're fighting over you. They're fighting over you, Becky. You didn't even know. They're fighting over to claim you. Did they bite you?
Nobody bit me. And they all still have their teeth.
Did they pee on you?
No. Nobody peed on me either.
Okay.
Right.
Did they...
Nobody was nodded.
Okay, no nodding.
I knew that was where I was going next.
Wow.
You know, every now and then I'll see a post on Facebook along the lines of, you know, women need to run the world. And I'd be like, have you met women?
No, women don't need to run the world. It would
not be good. It would...
Have you met? Man. Have you spent any time with women? Because it doesn't go so well when they get together.
I am one, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm the normal one.
They would say you are brainwashed by the patriarchy, Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they can suck it too.
Yeah. Well, they won't suck it because they're afraid. They're afraid of the patriarchy. They're afraid to embrace it. Yep. That's what's going on there.
Then they can lick it. So,
they don't want to lick it either because they're afraid of that too. Because when you don't wash, it tastes nasty. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh my lord.
God. Okay, I'll end it here before I say anything else. Deadman's Tome podcast.
Quick,
Deadman's Tome show. Guys, ladies, thank you so much for listening and supporting. It means a whole lot. You guys take it easy. If there's any other weird controversies in the writing realm, even if it's outside of horror, let us know about it because I like covering it. It's interesting because it definitely relates.
Because there are a bunch of lunatics out there.
Yep.
In the writing community.
And
that's entertainment.
All right, now, y'all take it easy.